So let's get an update. The small little peach tree had a little issue with some spider mites, so I had to put it outside. I'll get it outside. Now obviously, because season's over, it's going to lose all its leaves, as the peach tree is back there. Meaning we're going to keep it outside and just let it grow naturally. Feed it. Probably don't have to water it because, well, it's that rainy time. Let's check what's in here. One of the blueberries has been completely overtaken by some weeds, grass, and all that stuff, and is not really growing back. The avocado seems to be regenerating, which is very good. I like that. We're gonna feed that in about 2 weeks. Then, what else do we have? We have the red currant that is kind of losing its leaves again a little bit because it's too wet in there. And too much mold. Back there we can see a lot of fungi, which we do not want to have in our grow tent, but I guess we're just gonna lift it out for the day. Lift it out for the day? Lift it out, well, air it out. There we go. In here, fruit experiment. 1, 2, and 3. Those should technically be paprika, sweet paprika, but they're not, obviously not gonna grow till it's done. Ooh, the jagulon has died back as well. We're gonna have to take care of that. That one's gone outside. But for now, that's what's inside here. Staying inside. Well, finally, all this mess is gone. This ginger is about ready to harvest. It was planted quite late, so this should only have about, I want to say 5 to 6 months, which should still be a decent little harvest in there. But for the next season, the ginger's also going to be moved, but I do not know where this one's going to be, where those are going to be moved yet. The row of strawberries is staying. They're now just a little bit buried underneath all the leaves from the fig tree that we're going to get rid of in a second. Cucumber and, well, peach tree that is still growing even though it is almost winter, weirdly enough. Also have no spot for a cucumber yet. This peach tree we will, I kind of want to see where this goes, if this survives winter, if it's winter hardy already. I have no idea. We'll see. The grapes and the whole net will be moved over here. We will cut back the fig tree and let it get enough sun. The avocados will will finally get their, I want to say housing. Sure, let's call it housing. This avocado is staying outside plain just the way it is. Ginger's being harvested. Peach tree will be cut back slightly. Actually, you know what? Since this is only the second year we have this peach tree, I might only just prune back the 3 Ds. What was it? Dead, diseased, dead, diseased, and anyway. Gooseberry right here. This will be moved into the back because all the berries, they're going where the tomatoes used to be. This blueberry's going in the back. This gooseberry and the blueberry that's inside, all over there. Potato stash is now essentially chilies, habaneros, paprika, and I think onions and garlic is what I wanted to use this patch for next season. Okay. Well, the raised beds are staying. Always gonna have a few strawberries in there just in case those somehow die. And I forgot, I did want to make a nice little strawberry patch moving from here all the way over here and then to the back. The grapes right next to it, and then have a nice little patch of fruit, which I like. Back to the raised bed. Citrus tree, we're gonna see if this one survives the winter outside. Could be. would be fascinating. Radishes, I don't eat those. What else do we have? Oh yeah, our berry bush. We're gonna cut back some of the blackberry roots because obviously this is overtaking and, you know, spreading too much, and we have a lot of blackberries on there as well, or already. The golden raspberry. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pumpin in it. Anyway, golden raspberry, looking fantastic. That's gonna get some food later because we still have some left over from another grow. Some fertilizer left over from another grow that they're gonna get. Yeah. Other than that, beans, well, the beans, yeah, I don't know about the beans. There's some on there, but they're minuscule. And some carrots over there. It's not bad. We'll see if they continue to grow or not. Yeah, well, that's, sure, that too. Sadly, this tree is dead, or bush. It used to be a hazelnut bush. And this is our own plucked Christmas tree that is steadily growing, like year after year. I'm actually gonna show you what it used to look like a year ago. I think it was down here. That's how tall it was, and now it's grown a little bit. Okay, that's it for the major update, or the plants. Now we're gonna go into the compost, measure the compost's ppm levels, or EC levels today, and compare them to last month's results. But before we do that, we're gonna get the cleaning. The fertilizer. So let's put some in our leaf mulch bucket. This one right here. And now I haven't looked at the nutrition of fig tree leaves. A slightly different or better nutrition table than... Nah, that's not true. I don't know. I actually don't know. I do not know how much any leaf contains of nitrogen, so I'm not even gonna talk. Anyway, let's get some in this bucket. All right, 2 full buckets of leaf. This spot over here, the potato spot, because I want some nitrogen, and back there where the tomatoes were. Let's get to harvesting the ginger over here, over there. Then we're gonna move this pile of leaf mulch. Half of it is going over here, where the ginger is. The other half is going to the compost pipe back there. Let's see. Let's see if there's even any ginger in here. Well, a little bit. Okay. Technically, you could eat this stock, right? You can prepare this. I do believe the Chinese do this. Not 100% sure, but no, actually they do. They use the ginger sprouts. But that's what we're gonna do next year once we plant it early. Next year we're gonna plant it around March, April, when it starts to get warmer, when the frost is done and the cold is gone. We're gonna see. So let's look at this one. Take a look. Oop. This one does have more rootage, I believe. Not a big rhizome as well, but hey, for the clay soil that we have, which is quite freaking dense. Ooh, this one's looking a bit bitter. Little earthworm. Oh, fell down. Crawl you back. Crawl ya back. Oh, another one. Let them crawl back. All right, it doesn't look that bad. It's a few rhizomes, a few eyes that you can eat. But yeah, this was definitely planted way too late. I believe we planted this in June, May or June. So very late. It only had about 5 months to develop, 4 to 5 months. So that is 4 to 5 months. So imagine we put this in March, harvest in November. Then the rhizome should probably be double the size, but we'll see. Number 2, let's get 3. This would be funny if this one had more or a bigger ginger rhizome than the other one, because this is an untilled soil. But it does not look like it does. Nope. Yeah, this one's pretty much the same size as the other ones. Just has two, or had two nice sprouts on there. Well, it's not bad. No, some worms on there. Worms are good. Worms are a very good sign that they're still eating all, or trying to decompose, help decompose all the material, turn it into good food for our plants. So those little worms, you won. All right. Now let's get a reading of the buckets. It's actually month 3, I believe. I don't know, I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's measure the small ones first, then the tall ones. This is the acid bucket that can use it. It's fine. All right, let's test for EC. Get the camera a little closer. There. All right, let's see. One more time. All right. In some places 7, in some places 600 ppm. 580, 520, 590. All right, 600. We're gonna go with 600 then. Let's go with the KNF bucket. The KNF bucket has, wow, 1000 ppm. Now, to be fair, I'm still not washing off the pen, which I should. Okay, it's dialing down to, and it's moving in between 800 to 1000. 760. Let's take the median of 800 from 850 from 700 to 1K. All right, next one. Acid bucket. Now this should technically be the highest, but it's not. It has a mere 800 ppm. Interesting. So that went a little lower, I believe, than last time, right? Let's give it a little shaky shake. Okay, give it a little shaky shake. A little close to about 1K. Now for the last bucket, the water bucket. This one surprised me last time, so let's see if it surprises me again. Give it a little shake it a shake. Huh. This went lower than before. 630. I believe that's less than before, but we're gonna see. For a runoff test. And the water bucket. Let's see. All right. Worm food. That runoff looks interesting. PPM of 1000 though. Something is working. Good. 1K ppm. That's better than before, for sure. Next up, KNF. Let's see. 1,700 ppm. That's crazy. 1,800 ppm. That's definitely a significant change to before. But also, we have to take into precaution that these buckets are getting filled about every 2 weeks or so with new material. So as new material comes in, the ppm should go high. It should go a little bit higher, but we're gonna account for that by taking 10% off. Yeah, 10% is good. Take 10% off of that, and another 10% from me not dipping this in clean water before I dip it into the next bucket. That's what we're gonna take off. All right, let's see. Last 2 buckets. Acido Baquito. The Acido Baquito has, wow, 1,470. Interesting. 1,500. I'll take it. It's not bad, but also a change to last time's performance. Now, this one was the biggest surprise of all last time, the water bucket. This one had the highest ppm, so if this still has the highest ppm, then that's crazy. Let's see. Wow. 3,800 ppm. 4,300 ppm. Crazy. That is absolutely crazy. 4,300 ppm. All right, let's do some measurements of the old buckets that we have. See how much ppm those have. 2,100. 2,100. 3,6. Okay. This one still has 2, 3, even though this one's pretty much dead. Wait a minute. Let's take the median again. 1,900 ppm. Good enough for me. And the last bucket. That should technically be. That's because of the acid, or should be because of the acid. Because this still has calcium bubbling in it with acid, and that produces carbon dioxide, which in turn bloats the container. And there is 3,700, 3,800, 3,900 ppm in there. Crazy. So we got some good fertilizer brewing. At the end of this experiment, as I said, we will be measuring all the contents: nitrogen, phosphor, potassium. I already have the soil test kits. All that's left now is to wait. Now that the season's over, we will be cutting back on the episodes, meaning there will only be 1 episode per month, which will mainly contain the compost update. However, if you would like to know what I'm up to for all your music needs, Black Metal Bard right here, and for all your other plant needs, I Canna Grow right here. I will also be streaming on Twitch again on the Plains of Fire. So make sure to catch me on one of those channels. I will not only be streaming gaming, but will have another project going on, a music project, let's say that. So if you're interested in any of the music that you hear on the channel, which is my own, once again, that's the channel. For all your other plant needs, that's the channel. And for all your gaming needs, this is the channel. See you soon.